In this, our last video, we're going to look at how to import samples into Sample Tank 4. Now, this isn't really designed to be a sampler, but it does have some nice rudimentary functions that allow you to bring in sounds and then take advantage of all the great effects plugins that are in here, and also the synth engine with the LFOs and modulation and filters, etc. So I have an empty instance called up here, and we hover our mouse here to the instrument manager and click, and we'll see an import samples menu item, which brings up this box. So the first thing to do is set where you want to take the samples from on your hard drive. So I'm going to click Browse, and I have a folder of some free samples that have been downloaded from one of the websites, and I'm going to go to the one called Killa Sounds, and there's Dirt South Kit, which I like, which has all these wave samples. So I'm going to hit open to select that. Now, next thing is to name it. So I'm going to give this a name. Of course, you can name it whatever you want. And then set the destination for where you want the imported samples to reside once they're converted to the PAK format for Sample Tank 4. Now, this is defaulting to the directory that I suggest you use just for the sake of easily managing all your content, which is your main Sample Tank 4 folder. And within there, there's a subfolder called Imported Instruments. So this way you're keeping everything together. So I'm going to leave that at the default. We can choose a category, and I'm going to go to drums for this. We can put a BPM in if we're importing loops or if that's relevant. It's not right now, so I'm going to leave it as is. And here, this is important. We have two modes of how the samples are going to be mapped. Use name, which it's defaulting to, and it's actually not what I want now, but use name when you're importing pitched multi-samples where you have the actual note number, note name, at the beginning of the file. That way it'll map the samples based on the root pitch of each file. So it gives a little description here. So the additional text must include, for example, C1 at the beginning here. So it has to give the pitch of where it's going to be mapped to, and then it'll map according to that. The alternate way, which is suitable for this kind of non-pitched drum or percussion mapping, is to just map the samples chromatically starting at whatever starting note you put here. And I'm going to put C2. That's where my keyboard starts at. So I'm going to hit import, and there, it's done it. And we can see the mapping here, and I can hit my keyboard. So I have all those nice sounds there, and I can then, of course, go in and edit and add plugins in if I want, or go into here and add some filtering and take all the Sample Tank 4 goodness and use it with these new imported sounds. And you'll notice that there's an ST4 user icon here. If we click and look in the instrument browser, when we scroll all the way down the categories at the bottom, we have an imported category here for Sample Tank 4, and this is from an older library. But if I click on this, we'll see the samples or instruments that have been imported. And right now there's only this one that I've imported, and there's the different filters that we can filter by. There's the category and the filters, etc. But there's the instrument in the imported category. So that's how you can build up a library of your own imported instruments. So this is Eli Kranzberg signing out. I hope you've enjoyed this series and gotten some ideas on how you can get the most out of Sample Tank 4. It's a powerful instrument. Enjoy it. God bless. Have fun. Make great music. I'll see you for more next time.